Hey, it's Dave from Tesla Hire WA, and today I'm going to be taking you through the process of getting a car serviced at Tesla. Now, my car's only 2 weeks old, so there's no real need for anything too much to be done to it. However, there were a couple of minor things that I noticed after picking it up that I just wanted fixed. Just a couple of little things, a little misalignment with a light and a seal that didn't look quite right, and the bonnet appeared to be just slightly askew on a bit of an angle. So I booked a service call. I'm heading on my way into the Netherlands Service Centre today to get that done. So I just thought I'd share my experience with how it goes, how you book a service call, which is all done through the Tesla app, the process as it happens on the day, and when you finish up with them. So I'm going to head up there now, and I'll keep you posted on how it all goes. Alright, so booking a service call for a Tesla is pretty straightforward. Simply launch the Tesla app, and you'd automatically be logged in with your account. From there, you go down to the service section and you tap on that. Now, because I've already got the service booked in, you won't see the options that are available, but when you click on the service section, it'll give you options of what you're booking a service call for, whether it's a panel work or hardware or touch screen or whatever it might be, and you provide a bunch of information during that process and submit photos as evidence, and once they receive it, they will send back details to you advising booking in dates and things like that. So I'll just scroll through the messages that we've received as part of my discussions with this service call. As you can see, it's got here schedule a service. We've got messages about the service history. So I'll just go through and show you the service history from my most recent service booking so you can see how the process goes. Just so you're aware, the app is always like this. When it's retrieving details for messages regarding the services, it's always slow and takes ages. So it's a bit frustrating, but it is what it is. It eventually loads. There we go. So if I scroll back to the top here, so back on the 19th of January, I submitted a couple of photos, said the rear tail light has something protruding and the front trunk is a little bit warped. They said, hey, good morning, thanks, yada yada. Any more details, send them through. Further chat saying, as you can see, tried to call to get some more information. It's booked in. I queried the fact they sent through a quote for $132. I thought it would all be covered under warranty. He said it's really just a technicality and that you won't be billed if it is all covered under warranty, which it should have been. And then we went through some further chat saying service is all booked in and it's all good to go. So on the morning, I received the notification saying that it's in for service now and then that the service is complete. Once you receive that, then you can click on view invoice. That downloads an invoice. In this case, everything was covered under warranty, so it was a $0 invoice. So that was all okay. Now, there is the option, because that service is completed, that I could schedule a new service. So let me show you how that process works. Okay, so here we go, and we've got options for collision and glass if there's a windshield and top glass repair, noise and vibration, tires and wheels. So whatever the issue is, you can click on this and provide further details and photos where necessary. So let's say we've got a collision repair. We click on next. And here we would just enter the details of the collision, what's been damaged, how much damage, click to upload photos and then submit. I obviously won't do that because I haven't had a collision, but that's, as you can see, the process is pretty straightforward. It's just a matter of selecting it, and you can select multiple options as well. So we can say side glass, and we can also say tire swap and a rotation. And once you click next, you'll then go through to provide all the information for all the individual items that they need to assess. And then obviously, along with any photos that you submit, they'll receive all of that and they'll go through it in detail, and they'll come back to you asking for either more information or advising that they've got everything they need to book the service in, and you can then go ahead, book in the date and time that is suitable and head in there on the scheduled day and time. So it's a pretty streamlined process. The fact that they get all the information they want up front obviously helps ensure that there are no delays, that you don't get there and they go, oh, we don't have parts, you're going to have to live with us for a week or anything like that. That way, by having all the info, they can make sure they've got everything they need and have a nice streamlined service, and hopefully everything goes to plan. So that's the process of actually booking the service in. Now let's head into the service centre and get the service done. The morning hasn't exactly gone how I thought it would. So first up, it started raining today, and so with Perth drivers being who they are, the freeway was just an absolute nightmare. So I got a little bit late to the service centre, but they were totally fine with it. Got the car straight in and I showed them the things that I had concerns about, and they had a look at them straight away. So about an hour and a quarter later, they said, your car's good to go. And I said, fantastic, let's get going. But then they said, oh, actually, just before you go, there was a little ding that our technician accidentally put in the rear quarter panel of your car. We've touched it up with some paint, but have a look at it and see what you think, whether you're okay with it or you wanted to get it fixed. So let me go and show you what that little ding looks like. Down here on the side, there it is right there. So it has been touched up, but it still is certainly noticeable. So obviously less than pleased with that in a car that's only 2 weeks old, but they were very apologetic. They said to take it down to their panel repair place around the corner and get them to touch it up professionally and see if they can get it looking any better before going down the path of having to see what additional work could be done to get it looking perfect. So I drove around the corner to their Prestige panel, I think it was called, and they had a look at it. They touched it up with the paint and got it looking a little bit better, but still it is certainly noticeable. So after what was meant to be a super simple visit without any hiccups, it's turned into a real pain in the bum. So we discussed what would be involved in repairing that tiny little ding, and to do that, the rear corner window would need to be removed, the entire panel removed, taken out, painted, just a whole lot of work to be done on it. The fact that this car is rented out on TeslaHireWA.com means that it'll be out of action for the best part of probably 3 or 4 days, so it won't be available to be rented. I'll have to organise another car to get around in, and a whole pile of work involved in doing it. Further to that, I was actually planning on I actually had scheduled to have tinting installed and a ceramic coating put all over the car as well to protect it, but alas, that wouldn't be able to happen, and if we do get it repaired, that ceramic coating won't be able to be applied for 6 weeks after it being repaired. So they have been very professional, they have been very apologetic, and they've said, look, if there's anything we can do to ease the burden, if you're happy to accept it as is and we can make it up to you to compensate you in another way, let us know. So we'll have a chat and see what they're offering and whether it's worthwhile. It is pretty small. I can notice it, and I won't be able to not notice it now that I've seen it. So we'll see what they come up with. So certainly not the day that I had planned, but hopefully the process will enlighten you a little bit as to how it all works, going through the app, communicating with them directly via the app, booking it in, approving the estimates, all that kind of thing, and that you're a bit more familiar with how it all happens now. Hopefully you don't have the same experience with me at the service centre, but this is obviously an isolated incident. So that's all for today's video. Be sure to keep an eye out for further videos. We've got some more coming in the next couple of days. I'm going to put one together on getting the tinting and the ceramic coating done, and then I'm going to do a big one on autopilot and show you just how awesome and amazing autopilot is with the car driving on its own. So if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, whatever you want to do. But either way, thanks for watching. If you're interested in renting out this brand new 2021 Tesla Model 3, jump on TeslaHireWA.com. And either way, I'll see you in the next one.